How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Steins Gate, My Darling's Embrace. So, we know Suzuha's deal. Misunderstandings seem to be pretty cleared up between her and Okabe. Now we can save her from disappearing, which, as was pointed out in the previous episode by both the game and a commenter, because I'm very slow, is pretty much the premise of Back to the Future. Making sure events don't get totally messed up to the point where the main character disappears. That sort of deal. Anyways, we have a unread message from Ferris. Alright, I guess we were just wrapping up whatever that conversation was. Oh well. The next day, Suzuha and I meet up in front of the Brontube workshop.
それではここに第94回円卓会議を行う。
Granted, it's not much of a conference considering it's just the two of us, and there's not much we can do about that, at least not without letting the others in on Suzuha's secret. Daru still hasn't come to the lab, and we've already made sure that Mr. Braun isn't at his store.
さて、今日の議題は当然オペレーション7についてであるが、バイト選手よ、まずはいくつか確認しておきたい。
あのさ、その前にいいかな、岡部倫太郎。
なんだ。
私もオカリンおじさんって呼び方やめたんだから、岡部倫太郎も私のことバイト戦士って呼ぶのやめてくんない？
ふむ。
What does she want from me? Part-time warrior is a part-time warrior. Eh, whatever, there's no point to arguing over this. We don't have much time left after all.
わかった。では鈴葉よ。
はーい。
まず最初にお前の母親について聞いておきたい。母親の名は何という？
母さんの名前はユキ。橋田ユキだよ。だけどこの時代はまだ結婚してないから天音ユキだね。
And we did meet her in Steins Gate 0. Kind of. Amane Yuki, huh? The name doesn't ring any bells. Though I guess that makes sense. If I actually knew her, I would have realized it the moment Suzuha told me her name. Plus, Yuki still hasn't even met Daru yet.
それで、その天音ユキはコミマでダルと出会ったのだな。
うん、出会ってすぐ意気投合したんだって。
ということは、お前の母親もダルと同じくオタクだということか？
まあそういうことになるのかな。二人ともアニメとか未だに好きだし。
Of all the people to have chemistry with, she must be an absurdly hardcore otaku, considering she met Daru at Kamima. Yeah, probably.
情報か。そうだな。ああ、そうだ。確か昔コスプレしてたって言ってたっけ。
レイヤーか。
そうそう。あと父さんと初めて会った時に言われたセリフがあったんだ。
それはなんだ？
萌え萌えキュン。
God damn it.
ね。
She has to be messing with me.
おい。俺は真面目に聞いてるんだぞ。ちゃんと答えろ。
萌え萌えキュン。
バカにしているのか。さてはやはりお前、俺を騙して。
違う違う、そうじゃなくて、これが父さんが母さんに初めて会った時の言葉。萌え萌えキュン、結婚してくれって。
Of course. Well, I guess it kind of fits Daru.
それは本当なのか？
だから本当も本当、大真面目な話。
おう。
お？
降りてもいいか、この話。
ダメ。私には岡部倫太郎だけが頼りなんだから。
Daru, come on. Moe Moe Kyun is too ridiculous, even for you. And who the hell would say yes to that? Sure, that's absolutely the sort of thing that Daru would say to a woman, but still.
お前も苦労したのだろうな、鈴葉よ。
あははは。まあ それなりにね。
I wonder what the future is like in this world line. I then take the opportunity to go over some of the more important pieces of information with Suzuha. First and foremost is Amane Yuki's current whereabouts. Unfortunately, she's moved so many times that it's impossible to figure out where she lives at present. Worst case scenario, she could live outside of Tokyo. Which means it's not going to be possible to take Daru to meet her directly. And anyhow, there's no way we could get Daru to say such a ridiculous line to a woman who's not even cosplaying. And that means our one way out is to get Daru to Kamima no matter what. Which is not going to be easy. While it wouldn't be impossible to physically drag his huge body there, I'd prefer to avoid that scenario. We could probably put him to sleep with a stun gun or pills, but it'd be hard to sneak him into such a crowded venue. Yeah, we'd get some people looking at us. And even if we somehow pulled that off, I find it very unlikely that he'd be in the mood or frame of mind to say a line like that to someone he's only just meeting for the first time. So that leaves us with one option. We have to get Daru to Kamima of his own volition. And in order to do that...
やっぱりまずはあいつがお前に対して抱いている変態的恋心をどうにかしなければならないということだな。
変態って。
知らないとはいえ、実の娘に連母しているのだから、そう言われても仕方あるまい。
まあ確かにそうだけどさ、もうちょっとこうオブラートに包んでもよくない？
Apologies for like every bit of background noise that could possibly be going on right now. Ha! There's no point in mincing words.
まあいいだろう。とにかく奴の恋心をどうするかだ。それに対して何か考えは？
それが昨日一晩考えたんだけど、さっぱり。
She laughs weakly, scratching her head. It's amazing how unreliable she is despite this being a life or death situation for her.
そういうおかり岡部倫太郎は？
当然あるに決まっているだろう。
本当？教えて。
では耳を貸せ。まずはだな。
I wanted to hear the idea.
なんでフェイリスがそんなことしないといけないのかにゃ？
だから無理を承知でこうして頼んでいるのではないか。ほら、この通り。
Yeah, it's life or death.
私からもお願い。
Suzuha and I bow our heads down on the table, but Ferris refuses to budge.
これだけ頼んでもダメか。
Whoop, my bad.
いくら京馬とスズニャンの頼みでもさすがにそれは難しいにゃ。そんな、そこをなんとか。
I'm telling you guys, Daru's a lot to handle. We're currently begging Faris to help us out with our Daru problem. Before everything fell to pieces, Daru was obsessed with Faris. He was such a massive fan, and he'd swing by May Queen nearly every day. I'm sure it's not hard to see where I'm going with this. The plan I came up with involves having Ferris charm Daru so that he can move on from his perverted love for Suzuha. I know it's kind of daft to say this about my own creation, but this plan is perfect. If Daru goes back to normal, there will be no reason for him to continue with his current job, which means he'll have plenty of time to attend Kamima. Perfect, right? In fact, it's beyond perfect. You could even say it's awe-inspiring. Yeah, sure. I'm not taking no for an answer.
やっぱりダメにゃ。
どうやってもダメか。
ダメにゃ。フェイリスにはできないにゃ。
None of my scheming means a thing if Ferris refuses to help. Yeah, so much for perfection here. I have no choice. I didn't want to use this option, but...
そうか。残念だ。お前ならできると思ったのだがな。
ごめんにゃ。
いや、いいんだ。邪魔をしたな、フェイリス。さあ、行くぞ、鈴葉。
Wait, are we trying to like guilt trip her? I look at my partner in crime and stand up.
で
諦めろ鈴葉。こうなってはもはやダルを救う手立てはない。最初から俺たちには無理だったということだ。行くぞ。
I take Suzuha by the hand and step toward the register, the bill in my other hand.
待つにゃ。
Ferris's slender arm stops me. Perfect, just as planned.
今の話はどういうことにゃ？
何の話だ？
ごまかさないでにゃ。今ダルニャンを救うって言ったにゃ。それどういう意味にゃ？
いや、協力してもらえないなら話しても仕方のないことだ。
事情があるなら話は別だにゃ。もちろん話によるけど。話すにゃ、今日も。
Ferris grips my arm tightly. I wink at Suzuha, and we sit back down. I give Ferris a vague outline of everything that's happened so far. I tell her about how Daru's become obsessed with a dangerous and manipulative woman. He's been desperately working multiple jobs to pay tribute to her, even at the cost of attending Kamima, something he'd been so excited for. However, no matter what we tell him, he won't listen to us, and we're worried about his future. And that's why we have to open Daru's eyes to the truth. And we can't do that without Ferris.
知らなかったにゃ。ダルニャンがそんなことに。
この店に来なくなった理由も実はそこにある。
Ferris gazes straight into my eyes, almost as though she's looking for something. I haven't lied. I just left out certain details. No, we did lie. I wouldn't say Suzuha is manipulative. Besides, if I told her even the tiniest of lies, Ferris would be able to see through it. I don't know why, but this girl has ridiculously sharp intuition. I return Ferris's gaze.
なるほど。わかったにゃ。
では。
ダルニャンは確かにお客さんではあるけど、フェリスの友達でもあるにゃ。そういう事情があるなら協力するにゃ。
Wow, I'm actually surprised that worked. Good, she believes me. I am very surprised.
それにしても、よくもあれだけデタラメが言えるよね。
デタラメではない。すべて真実だ。
After gaining Ferris's cooperation, the two of us relocate to a corner area of Mayqueen, and I quietly survey the cafe.
そんなことより、誰にはちゃんと連絡したんだろうな。
うん。さっき、ここで待ってるってメールした。
それで、返答は？
すぐに来るって。
Suzuha forces a smile and sips the milk tea in front of her. She's finally beginning to understand what sort of feelings Daru has developed for her. God damn it, we'll probably be waiting here for a little while. Or at least that's what I thought, but the cafe doors open as I extend my hand toward my coffee cup. There stands Daru, out of breath. Whoa, no, Mayqueen isn't all that far from the lab, but seriously? He had to have dropped everything and just dashed over. Dash? Upon seeing Daru, Ferris moves in to greet him. Suzuha and I keep tabs on the situation from our hiding spot.
おかえりにゃさいませ。ダルニャ、久しぶりだにゃ。来てくれて嬉しいにゃ。
僕呼ばれてきたんだけどさ。
連れの人ならさっき休養ができたからって帰っちゃったにゃ。
And by the way, we haven't told Ferris that it's Suzuha who called him here. It's supposed to be the woman who Daru's obsessed with right now, after all.
帰った？マジで？
代わりに謝っといてほしいって。
そっか。残念だお。
待つにゃ。
Daru starts trudging off, but Ferris stops him.
せっかく来たんだからお茶くらいしていくにゃ。
いやでも僕バイトがあるから。
そんなこと言わにゃいで。サービスするにゃにゃ。
Come on, like, tickle his arm or some shit and, like, persuade him. Maybe, like, Also, like, scratch underneath his chin, maybe behind the ears or something. Come on. Ferris is a pro. Without being too forceful, she wraps her arm around him and drags him aside. Or around his, I think is what it said. Around his arm. Even Daru can't say no to being treated like that. He quietly takes a seat.
ここまでは全て計画通りだな。
あとはフェイリスさえ頑張ってくれれば。
Before Daru is even able to make an order, Ferris brings him an iced coffee.
あれ、僕まだ何も頼んでないんだけど。
だからサービスするって言ったにゃん。いつも来てくれてるお礼にゃ。
まあただならいいんだけど、僕いろいろと入り用だから。でも今ちょっとバイトで忙しいから飲んだらすぐに帰るのだぜ。
バイト？へえ、何か欲しいものでもあるのかにゃ？
それはプレゼントってフェリスさんには関係ないことだお。
I noticed Ferris's shoulder twitch ever so slightly. Uh-oh.
そうなんだ。残念だにゃ。フェリス、ダルニャンのこともっといろいろ知りたいのににゃ。すごい。ずっと父さんの目を見つめたまま、手だけはガムシロップを入れてコーヒーを混ぜてる。
God damn, maybe she is a pro.
確かフェイリスの得意技で目を見て混ぜ混ぜとかいうテクニックだ。
Legend has it that no customer who comes to May Queen has ever been able to resist the charms of that technique. Now, the first time Daru fell victim to it, he was a mess.
じゃあいただきます。
He gulps down the iced coffee, completely unfazed by Ferris's special powers. Ferris's shoulders twitch again.
なんかフェイリスの様子が。
ああ、たった今ダルはフェイリスのプライドをズタズタに切り裂いたのだ。
Daru calmly places the empty glass on the table and stands up. Faris, on the other hand, looks as though flames have just burst from her back.
じゃあ僕は忙しいからこれで。
Faris wraps herself around Daru's arm as he stands up to leave.
あれは
God damn.
うわ、大胆。あれって絶対当たってるじゃん。
あれは伝説の非王機。当ててんのよ。
The touch. Ah, yes.
当ててんのよ。
This is one of Ferris's most secretive abilities, a legendary technique said to make all who experience it melt into the palms of Ferris's hands. However, due to its incredible power, Ferris sealed it away herself, and she considers it to be a forbidden technique. Oh, that's what Daru told me a while back. Passionately, I should add. I never thought I'd see it with my own two eyes.
フェイリスは奴は本気だ。
本気。また来てくれるにゃ。フェイリスはダルニャンが来るのを毎日待ってるにゃ。
Ferris looks up at Daru's face with a heart-rending, excuse me, but somewhat devilish smile. Ferris leaves her left arm wrapped around him and uses her right index finger to draw tiny circles on Daru's chest. There it is. This woman is terrifying. The other customers can't help but notice what's going on. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's nothing that can stop Ferris when she fires on all cylinders. As she devilishly draws her magic circles on Daru's chest, her hand gradually creeps its way up to his cheek. But what happened next made everyone doubt their own eyes. Unbelievably, Daru brushes away Ferris's finger. Everyone present shares a collective gasp.
そこまで言うならまた来てやらんくもないけどしばらくは無理だから我慢なのだぜ。
What the fuck? Daru turns his back towards everyone in the store holding their breaths, gives a small wave, and leaves May Queen.
岡部倫太郎、今のは。
Remember when this plan was perfect?
なんということだ。やつめ、完全に 増長している。
They say that a person can change beyond recognition in just 3 days. But I never expected Daru to change this much. This is terrifying.
どうしよう。自分の父親ながら見てて痛々しいよ。
耐えろ。それもお前自らが招いたことだ。
I clearly underestimated how bad things have gotten. We might have to resort to something drastic.
京馬。
I turned my head and noticed Ferris standing right next to me. The tears in her eyes are glistening. I don't blame her. Ferris has been put through hell. I'm shocked she can still stand, quite frankly. That's loud. It's very loud.
おいフェリス。
Faris suddenly buries her tear-soaked face into my chest.
フェリス、そんなにダメかにゃ。フェリス、魅力ないかにゃ。
I mean, yeah, definitely, actually.
そんなことはないぞ。あれは単に今の誰が魔法にかかっているだけだ。増長という名のな。だからフェイリスが心配することではない。
本当かにゃ。
本当だ。
そっか。京馬がそう言ってくれるなら安心したにゃ。
Since I'm the one who asked her to do this, it's my responsibility to be there for her.
どうした鈴葉。
別に。
何を怒っているのだお前は。
別に怒ってなんかないよ。ただ
ただなんだ。
とにかく今は時間がないから次の作戦を考えようね。フェイリスも協力ありがとう。
Suzuha pries Ferris away from me and then gives her a hand towel to wipe her tears.
さあ行こう岡部倫太郎。
おい。
Suzuha grabs me by the hand and we leave May Queen in a hurry. Yeah, that did not work at all. After we're outside, Suzuha finally lets go.
何なのだ一体。
わかんない。
何？
そんなことよりほら次の手を考えようよ。じゃないと間に合わないじゃん。
手ならばあそこで考えればよかったじゃないか。
それはそうだけどさ。
She falls silent. Quite frankly, I'm still frustrated with Suzuha's behavior, but now's not the time to get distracted. I'll talk to Ferris later. Why am I even dealing with all of this in the first place?
ねえ次どうしたらいいと思う？
そうだな。その前に一つ聞きたいのだが。
何？私が答えられることなら何でも言うよ。
ブラウン管工房は大丈夫なのか？
え？
考えてみればお前もバイト中なのだろう？
Oh yeah.
それをこんなに長い間留守にしていて大丈夫なのかと聞いているんだ。
大丈夫じゃないかも。
I have a bad feeling about this.
てめえバイト！こんな時間まで店ほっぽり出してどこほっつき歩いてやがった。
Ah, that doesn't sound good. Time to end the episode and deal with that next time. That was interesting. I never thought we would see Ferris get defeated in something that she should be so good at, you know? Very interesting, but also annoying. Thank you all for watching this episode. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, and I'll see you guys in the next episode, where I guess we'll consult another character in hopes of them actually able to help us out here, or they'll come up with another idea. I hope it's the latter. I want to see what the two of them do to save Suzuha from literal annihilation. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.